From Kezar Stadium in San Francisco, for your enjoyment, 49er football is on the air. This is Lon Simmons and Hugh McElhenney welcoming you to the championship game of the National Football Conference between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. The 49ers have had to play in adverse conditions the last 2 weeks in must situations in Oakland, where it was rainy and muddy, and in Minnesota, where it was cold and icy, and today, well, the weather is just super, and the only thing that they have to battle today might be the wind if it gets any stronger than it is right now.
Of course, the 49ers are coming up probably with the best defense that they have faced in the last 4 weeks. Of course, as everyone probably knows, that there has not been a touchdown scored against the Dallas Cowboys in the last 21 quarters. And it's Larry Cole, Jethro Pugh, and Bob Lilly, and George Andre, who will be the defensive front four. And they've been really doing a great job. And, of course, Bob Lilly on all-pro defensive tackle. Chuck Howley is the leader of the defense, basically. He's the talk boy. He plays the outside left linebacker and right linebacker, and he is the leader of the defensive unit, and he's the talk boy, with Leroy Jordan playing the middle linebacker spot and Dave Edwards. John Brodie had success last year in the tie in Dallas, where when the ball is snapped and it shows pass, the linebackers of the Dallas Cowboys turn their back and go directly to an area. And last year in the Dallas 49er game in Dallas, John Brodie hit his backs quick, swinging tightly and swinging wide, and hitting them quick and letting the back pick up yards as available. So that is going to be, I think this is what we'll see John do, throw to his backs a great deal. The secondary of the Dallas Cowboys, with Herb Adderley, Mel Renfro, Cornell Green, and Charlie Waters, play basically man for man. They figured in the charting of this ball club that they play 70% man for man, 30% zone. Charlie Waters is the rookie in the defense of the Dallas Cowboys, and he has 5 interceptions so far this year. He's from Clemson. Offensively, of course, it's Craig Morton at quarterback, and Dwayne Thomas, the fantastic rookie from West Texas State, has moved Calvin Hill, the sensational rookie last year, All-Pro and Rookie of the Year, has moved him out of the running back position. Walt Garrison is the other running back, and they are basically a running ball club. They have not been able to make their passing work consistently all season. Of course, Craig Morton had a shoulder separation last year and only had the pin removed from his shoulder in April of 1970. So he has had kind of a tough go. Everybody's been complaining that his arm is sore. He had something like 4 stitches in his hand. But watching him work out and throw the ball and warm up, it appears that he's healthy and ready to go. Blaine Nye, who is their right guard, of course, is from Stanford. Dave Manders, their center. John Nealon is their left guard. Ralph Neely, left tackle. And, of course, Bobby Hayes. Here's the guy that the 49ers are going to have to contend with. 49ers play man for man, but here with Bobby Hayes, they're going to have to change up, rotating up with Bruce Taylor playing short and Rosie Taylor coming over and taking the deep zone, and also with Rosie Taylor and Bruce Taylor playing inside-outside. Reggie Rucker is another rookie who is starting for the Dallas Cowboys. He has only caught 9 passes so far this year. They have not thrown to him a great deal. Bobby Hayes is their leading pass receiver with 34 receptions. And, of course, Pettis Norman, the 9-year vet, at the tight end position. So this ought to be some football game. And, of course, like I said, it's the offense of the 49ers versus the defense of the Dallas Cowboys. And the Cowboys have only given up, they have not given up any touchdowns in the last 21 quarters. So here's the secret. If John Brodie can move them in and get them started quick, this could be the difference in the ball game. And, of course, 11 from heaven, the 49ers' 11 defensive men are the boys that really done the job in the last 4 weeks. They've come up with the big plays at the right time. And now we're going to have the national anthem with Johnny Mathis. field is in real good shape. The end zones are a bit wet, but that's must consider that because of all the rain that we have had. But the center of the field and the total inner field from goal line to goal line is in real good shape. The wind is blowing up a little bit, and looking at the west end, the wind is blowing from the east to the west, and that could be a factor in today's ball game, especially in punting. They've averaged 41 yards per punt, where Steve Spurrier has only 37.
Cliff Harris and Mark Washington are the deep men for Dallas. The 49ers are kicking off, and they're kicking off into the wind. Now, Dallas won the toss, elected to receive, but the 49ers are going into the wind in this first quarter, which is rather unusual. Usually, if you lose the toss, you at least get your choice of which goal you want to defend, and you usually take the wind with you in the first period, but the 49ers are going into the wind. As Gossett gets ready to kick, Harris and Washington are waiting. Gossett moves forward. Here's the kick. Off the side of his foot. It will maybe, no, it's picked up, fumbled, and out of bounds it goes. It was picked up by one of the blockers for Dallas on the far side. I think it was Andre or Cole who fumbled it out of bounds, and it rolled to the 33, where it'll be 1st and 10. It was Steve Kiner who fumbled the ball out of bounds, and now the Cowboys will put it in play with Morton at quarterback. Garrison and Thomas. Dwayne Thomas behind him. The give is to Thomas. Hit behind the line of scrimmage by Nunley and dropped for about a yard loss. Dwayne Thomas carrying, and Nunley shot through the middle to belt him, put it almost at the line of scrimmage. It will be second down, a little over 10 yards to go. Pettis Norman and Mike Ditka will alternate at tight ends as they bring the plays in from the bench, and it's Ditka who has come in now. Reggie Rucker comes out to the near side as a flanker outside Ditka, and Hayes is split to the right as Morton has second down with Garrison and Thomas behind him. Morton back for his first pass, throws it incomplete as it was intended for Ditka, and Nunley hit him and knocked it out of his hands, and Ditka had the ball right in his hands but was really belted. So it will be third down. The ball just across the 32-yard line. Hardman has gone in at right end for the 49ers as Hayes and Rucker both come out to the near side now. Nunley changes the 49er defense. Phillips and Bruce Taylor over here to cover on double cover. He's back to pass goes Morton. He's in trouble. Hardman has him. He throws the ball away. Hardman belted him, threw him for a loss. There's a penalty marker thrown, and I believe it will be intentionally grounding the ball. Cedric Hardman got a hold of Morton, and Morton, trying to get rid of the ball, just threw it down, and it's going to be intentionally grounding, I believe. Incidentally, the official, Tom Bell, the referee, and that's what it is, a 15-yarder marched off, moved the ball back to the 17, intentionally grounding the ball. The umpire, Lou Palazzi, the head linesman, George Murphy, line judge Bill Slabon, the back judge, Ralph Vandenberg, and the field judges, Tony Scober. As the 49ers force the Dallas Cowboys into a punting situation. Bruce Taylor and Johnny Fuller are the deep men. Ron Woodby will be doing the punting, standing at about his 3-yard line, waiting for the pass from center. Gets the pass, gets the kick away, and it's a beauty. Taylor signals for a fair catch and makes the catch at the 49ers 41. And Dallas Cowboys ran into him. Number 60 again, Steve Kiner ran into Taylor, but there's no penalty call on that. So the 49ers have it at their own 41 as the offense takes over for the first time. Cowboy defense, Larry Cole is the left end, Jethro Pugh the left tackle, Bob Lilly, George Andre across the line. Edwards, Jordan, and Howley are the linebackers. Herb Adderley out to the near side as Washington and Witcher are both put to the right now. Two receivers wide to the right. Brodie gives off to Willard. Is hit at the line of scrimmage. Carries forward for about a yard or so. Larry Cole, the left end, hit him. And Dave Edwards came up to help out, but it was Cole who made the initial contact. It's a 2-yard gain to the 43. Second down and 8. Herb Adderley and Mel Renfrew are the cornermen. Cornell Green and Charlie Waters the safeties for Dallas.
They say the Cowboys defense is much like, or the 49ers defense is much like the Dallas Cowboys, with Nolan coming from coaching staff of Dallas. But there is quite a bit of difference as you watch 4-3, but they do a lot of looping and stunning.
Brodie on a quick count gives to Willard. The outside trying to get a block. Meisler gives him a block. He goes to midfield and it's out of bounds at that 50-yard line. It will be short of the first down by about a yard as Willard trying to pick up that first down. Meisler gave him a good block. And he is just across. Now put it right on the 50-yard line, and Kwalik goes in replacing Washington. Third down and a yard to go for the 49ers at midfield. Opening moments of the game, 13:08 remaining in the first quarter, a 0-0 ball game. The Cowboys had the ball on one series, were unable to move. The 49ers now in a long huddle. Forrest Blue at center. Meisler and Keefles are the guards. Banaszak and Rhodey the tackles. Kwalik and Windsor the tight ends. Witcher flanked to the left. Willard and Cunningham behind Brodie. Brodie gives to Willard. He is hit behind the line and he's not going to make it. It was a good defensive play by Jethro Pugh, shot through there to slow him down. And then the Cowboys ganged up on him at the 49-yard line of the 49ers, so they lose a yard. Hayes is the deep man. Reeves up in front of him. Dan Reeves to do the blocking for Bob Hayes. As Steve Spurrier will be doing the punting for the 49ers. And they're going to shift. They're going to have a shift on punt formation, hoping to draw Dallas off sides, but they didn't do it. Now Spurrier moves back, gets the pass to center, gets the kick away. It's a beauty. Hayes moving back to his 8-yard line, trying to get to the outside. They're surrounding him. He gets away from one man, gets to what Tucker misses him. He's got some blockers. Fuller knocks him out of bounds up at the 16-yard line. Boy, Hayes with that great speed. The 49ers seemed to have him contained, but he got outside of him. Tucker missed him back at about the 7-yard line. He moves up to the 16-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cowboys as he goes out of bounds. Time out on the field. Look at the scoreboard. With 12:10 remaining in the first quarter, it's the 49ers nothing and the Cowboys nothing. Cowboys 1st and 10. Thomas and Garrison, the backs behind Morton. The give is to Garrison, finds a couple of yards, goes to the 25-yard line. Picking up, or to the 20-yard line, I should say, picking up about 4-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and it was Charlie Kruger who made the tackle on him at the 20. And I'm sorry, I'm going to say a lot of things I don't mean today. Just because there's so many words waiting to come out, I think they're going to come out at the same time. The ball at the 20. It is 2nd down and 6. Now they line up in that I formation with Rucker, Garrison, and Thomas all behind Morton. Now Rucker comes in motion out the near side to give to Garrison. Cuts back, finds a little opening, goes to 25 to the 26-yard line. Snydecki and Kruger and Nunnally make the tackle. It should be good enough for the first down. It's going to be close enough for a measurement. Good fake that time. And the hand back to Garrison coming on the inside, and it's a first down for the Cowboys. Earl Edwards goes in. Baltimore has already received its credentials for the Super Bowl as they defeated the Raiders today, 27-17. Edwards had gone in but comes back out now. Now Garrison and Thomas behind Morton. Hayes to the near side, Rucker to the far side. Morton gives off to Thomas and goes to the 30-yard line. Nunnally hit him, pushed him backwards. Kruger was also there, and Phillips, and Roland Lakes. It was Garrison, and Garrison is injured. Garrison, it was, and Garrison is injured on the play. Garrison has really looked like his leg. Claxton Welch has come in to replace him, and it looks like it is his right leg that has been injured, his right knee. He was, as he got to the 30-yard line, he was hit by about 3 of the 49ers and pushed backwards. His leg must have caught under it. And
this is the way the 49ers have always played their defense. It appears that somebody's going to break and go all the way, but it seems like one gets a hold of him, and then there's 3 or 4 that comes in and make contact with it. Same on their pass patterns. The receiver might catch the ball. Bruce Taylor might come up and get a hold of him, and then wham, wham, wham. There's 3 or 4 others making contact also with him. And this is what's big success that the 49ers have had defensively. One of the other things they have to contend with today at the Dallas Cowboys, one of the problems defensively, is the different types of offensive formations, and therefore causing so many different offensive formations and could cause many mistakes defensively by the 49ers.
Second down, about a 3.5-yard gain on that play. Morton back, hands on a draw to Welch. Welch to the 31, 32-yard line and really hit by a middle linebacker. Frank Nunley coming over to belt him. Give him 2 yards to the 32 and make it third down. And Nunley now is shaken up on that tackle. Nunley is shaken up and Beard will replace him. Nunley wobbles off the field. He's really shaken up as he belted Welch. And he comes to the sideline as Ed Beard takes over for him. Dennis Coleman has gone into the Dallas lineup as Morton goes back to pass. Looking, stepping up, in trouble, throws incomplete. Intended for Dwayne Thomas, but big pressure put on, and Morton had to rush the pass as the 49er front four came flying at him. So it will be fourth down, and Whitby will be forced to kick. Boy, that front four of the 49ers really came sailing after Morton that time, and he just had to unload in a hurry. Whitby to punt. Fuller and Bruce Taylor, the deep men for the 49ers. Pass from center, a good one. Whitby gets the kick away, end over end, short. It's going to land at the 40, takes a sideways bounce, now rolls down towards the 49er 30-yard line, and rolls dead at the 31. First and 10 at their own 31. Witcher splits out to the near side, and Washington is flanked to the far side. Mel Renfrew to cover Washington, and Adderley covering Witcher. Brodie back for his first pass. He's being rushed, throws out there for Willard, and Willard didn't see it. Brodie had to get rid of it in a hurry as there was big pressure put on by Jethro Pugh, and it goes as an incomplete pass. Didn't look like anybody touched Jethro Pugh that time as Brodie went back. The big Dallas tackle was right with him. John tried to lay the ball off to Willard but couldn't get it to him. So it'll be second and 10 from the 31. The two defenses so far being very rough for each club. That was Brodie's first pass, and it's incomplete. Witcher now is the flanker outside Windsor to the near side. 49ers go from our left to our right. Washington split left. Second down, a quick pitch out to Cunningham trying to get a block. Gets a little block, goes to the 35, up to the 37-yard line. Charlie Waters came up from his safety position along with Bob Lilly. And it's at the 36-yard line, so it's a 5-yard gain. Cunningham got around the corner that time on that quick pitch. 3rd and 5 situation for San Francisco. 9 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter of a 0-0 ball game. This is the championship contest for the National Conference. The winner goes to the Super Bowl against Baltimore. Now, Washington and Witcher both to the right. Willard and Cunningham behind Brodie on 3rd and 5. John is back to pass. Straight back he goes. Lays it off to Willard. Oh, he's got a blocker in front of him. Banaszak gets a block. Goes to the 45. Goes to the 49-yard line. Half Banaszak giving him a block. And it's a 1st and 10 for the 49ers at their own 49.
Here's a situation I was talking about before, is that on passing situations, and when they see Brodie take that drop back, the linebackers turn their back and move to a position. Here, this is exactly what they did. As Brodie set up the pass, he just laid it off to Ken Willard, and of course gave him a lot of room to be able to run. This was kind of a quick screen to the right with Banaszak moving out quickly.
All right, Washington and Witcher again to the near side, the short side of the field, as Brodie has Willard and Cunningham behind him on 1st and 10. Fake to Willard, back to pass he goes, throws long for Washington. He's out in front, he's got it! Falls down at the 10-yard line. Had to catch that one over his shoulder. He got sort of twisted up and fell inside the 10 at about the 9.5. It would look like it was going to be 6 points, but Washington got himself a little twisted up as he made the catch and then slipped and fell. And it's 1st and goal from just outside the 9.
He gave he gave the strong move as if he was going to go to the pull pattern, going down about 15 yards, breaking to the inside. Adderley let up a little bit, then he just went right up the field, and Cornell Green tried to come over and pick him up as if they were playing him inside-outside.
First and goal from just outside the 9. Cunningham and Willard behind Brodie. Brodie gives to Willard. No hole. Oh, as he belted by Bob Lilly. Boy, Lilly came over there and really cracked Willard right at the 9-yard line. He gains about a foot and no more. Second down and goal. You talk about somebody getting nailed. Ken Willard was really hit by Bob Lilly. It will be a second and goal from the 9. Nothing in the first quarter. 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first period. Washington wide to the far side with Renfrew covering him. Witcher to the near side. Adderley up close. It's on him. Second down. Brodie back to pass. Looking. Throws for Willard. It is touchdown. No, incomplete. Dropped the ball. He was in the corner and couldn't hold the ball. Brodie hit Willard right in the corner of the end zone, and Ken, as he hit the ground, couldn't hold on to the ball. It goes incomplete for a third down. Third and goal from the 9. He had it in his hands and couldn't hold it. Well, that was as close as you're going to get without getting 6 points. Long huddle by the 49ers now. Brodie's going to have to hit on this play, or they'll have to go for the field goal. He's taking an awful lot of time in that huddle. Now Witcher goes wide to the left. Brodie walking slowly up to the line of scrimmage. He's taking a lot of time here. Looks at the Dallas defense. Washington to the near side. Brodie straight back to pass. There's a safety right, and he throws to Willard and missed him. Willard was all by himself. They had a safety blitz on. Willard was all alone, and Brodie had to hurry the pass and didn't get it to Willard. The 49ers had their receivers open mainly because Dallas came with a safety blitz. Cornell Green came flying at Brodie, and John releasing the ball to Willard, but just didn't get it to him. So now Gossett will go in to try for the field goal. Gossett will try this field goal from the 16-yard line. Placed down, kick, and it is good. Look at the scoreboard with 6:31 remaining in the first quarter. The 49ers 3 and Dallas nothing. With a 16-yard field goal, the 49ers are in front 3-0. And now Harris and Washington are waiting for this kick from Gossett. Gossett hits it high and rather short. It is going to be taken up short by Waters, goes to the 30-yard line, to the 31-yard line, and is stopped there. Hoskins, one of the first men to get there, Riley and Windsor. Put it just across the 30, almost to the 31. It'll be 1st and 10 for Dallas. And Frank Nunley's back in the middle linebacker for the 49ers now. Shaken up on one play. Morton has Welch and Thomas and Rucker, Welch, and Thomas behind him in that I formation with 3 backs there. Now Rucker in motion out to the near side. A pitch out to Thomas, trying to get a block. Does get a block. Goes to 35. Breaks the tackle down the sideline. Dragged out of bounds as he gets to the 48-yard line of the 49ers. That quick pitch out to Dwayne Thomas, and boy, he can move. They got a good block on Snydecki, the corner linebacker. He got to the outside, got past the corner man, Bruce Taylor, and moved to the 48 of the 49ers.
Dwayne Thomas has had a great year. He's gained 803 yards, and of course Calvin Hill started at that position, and with the injuries that Calvin Hill has had all through the season, finally Dwayne just moved in and took over. He probably would have had much over 1,000 yards if he would have been starting early in the season. First down, Rucker in motion again, coming the near side. A give to Welch. Welch finds a hole and goes to the 40-yard line of the 49ers. Bruce Taylor knocked him off his feet. Well, they're starting to open up some holes in that 49er defensive line, and it moved to the 40 and 8-yard gain. It will be 2nd down and 2 for Dallas at San Francisco's 40. Pettis Norman replaces Ditka with the play from the bench. 2nd and 2, Dallas at San Francisco's 40-yard line. The Cowboys starting to move it on the ground here against the San Francisco defense. Hayes is split to the right. Rucker
May not go in motion this time, that power I formation. Now Rucker comes in motion to the near side. Here's a hand to Welch, and Welch is pushed backwards. They got about a yard. 49ers put a blitz on, and Earl Edwards and Mel Phillips and Cedric Hardman threw him backwards. It is close to the 38-yard line. It is short of the first down by about a half yard. It'll be third down and a half yard.
Third and a half yard.
Ditka now replaces Rucker as they put in a pair of tight ends. Ditka and Pettis Norman are the tight ends in this Dallas offense now with short yardage. About a half yard to go. Morton has Thomas and Welch behind him. Long count. 49ers almost offside. Give to Welch. He has the first down as he goes to the 36-yard line. Bruce Taylor and Snydecki and Nunley to make the tackle, but he has the first down at the 36.
Taylor and Nunley make the tackle. First down.
First and 10 for Dallas at the 49er 36. Cowboys moving the ball on the ground. 49ers that time almost jumped offside, and it hurts their chances to stop that drive for short yardage. Cowboys line up in that backfield with three men directly behind Morton when they first come out of the huddle. That's the way they are now. Now Rucker in motion to the far side. The Cowboys go from our right to our left. Morton back to pass. He's looking. He's in trouble. He throws down the middle. It is incomplete off the hands of Rucker at the 15. So it will be second and 10. Morton got out of trouble that time as Hardman just barely missed him, and he threw over the middle to Rucker, but Morton barrels that ball. Unless he hits the receiver right in the chest, it's a little difficult to hold on to.
It certainly doesn't appear that he's had arm trouble, because he certainly can throw that football, and he throws it very strong. Bobby Hayes was wide open, but because of the rush of the 49ers, he didn't have an opportunity to be able to see him. He was trying to step up into the pocket, and he caught his second man coming across, and boy, he's glad he dropped it.
Second down and 10. Now Thomas flanks outside Ditka, and Rucker comes in motion to this side. A quick pitch out to Welch. Welch with blockers in front of him is hit to the 30. There's a penalty flag drop. He is knocked out at the 30, and there are penalty flags at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what this is going to be. And Dallas is starting to walk back. It is a holding penalty against the Cowboys. A holding penalty against Dallas will move the ball back into Dallas territory at the Cowboys 49. So it will be now a second down. They have to go to the 26, so it's second and 25 yards to go.
49.
Dallas really can throw some power at you on those sweeps. Hayes comes to the, Hayes is lined up behind Morton now. Now Welch, they have a wishbone tee now, and then it is Hayes in motion to the far side. Morton back to pass. They put the rush on. A penalty flag is dropped. They screen it to Welch. Welch is at the 50. Missed by one man, not missed by Johnson and Wilcox, who knock him down at the 46 of the 49ers. And there's a penalty flag at the line of scrimmage, and let's see what this call is going to be. Penalty flag at the line of scrimmage. It is offside, and let's see, against whom? Offside against the 49ers.
49ers offside.
So it will be a 5-yard penalty. It will be second down and 20. We'll pause for station identification.
This is Dan Sorkin. I have the Answer Man, the original Amateur Minute, the Horoscope, Freddie Meyer, and some other assorted stuff between 9 and noon here on KSFO in San Francisco. I'm in the stands at Kezar to watch the 49ers win.
5-yard offside penalty against the 49ers moves it to San Francisco's 46, where it is second down and 20. Rucker goes wide to the right. Morton has Hayes, Welch, and Thomas behind him. Now Thomas flanks outside Ditka, and Hayes goes in motion to the far side. Morton hands on a draw to Welch. Big opening. Missed by Wilcox. Gets to the 35, down to the 30, about the 32, 33-yard line. It was Phillips and Roosevelt Taylor who made the stop just inside the 33, so it will be third down now and 7 yards to go. Third and 7, Dennis Holman comes into the lineup now for the Cowboys, giving an extra wide receiver. That was a beautifully executed draw play. The Ball at the 33. Now Hayes and Rucker both go wide to the right. Welch and Thomas behind Morton. Morton straight back to pass. He throws for the sidelines. It is incomplete. Phillips almost intercepted as he made a dive for the ball intended for Hayes on the sidelines at the 23. And it goes incomplete. Phillips tried to cut in front of him and intercept that pass. Got a hand on it, and it was in the ground. Too short for Hayes. Now we'll have a field goal attempt by the Cowboys. Mike Clark will try this one and will be about 40 yards. He plays just short of the 40. Reeves the hold. An angle from the near side. Pass from center is placed down. It's kicked, and it is no good. No good off to the right. The 49ers will take over at their own 20. So with the help of a 15-yard penalty, the 49ers are able to stop the Dallas advance. If they can make Dallas put the ball in the air, they've got a better chance of it. That Dallas running game is going to be tough to stop. So the 49ers are going to have to get some points themselves. Willard and Cunningham behind Brodie. Brodie with a quick pass to Washington at the 25, at the 27-yard line. Knocked down as he tried to get by Adderley, but Adderley stayed right with him on the sidelines and stopped him at just across the 26. Put it at the 26, make it 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4, the 49ers at their own 26. 3-0, San Francisco leads with 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Washington wide to the right. Witcher split to the left. Cunningham and Willard behind Brodie. Quick count. Quick pass to Washington again at the 30. Has the first down to the 34-yard line. As they've got Adderley a little deep conscious now after Washington burned him on the first one.
This is Adderley's normal pattern, though. He, even with the Green Bay Packers, he'd play off pretty loose, as he appeared play about 10 yards off. But he's one of these guys that'll gamble. On these short sideline, he's the guy that comes up and can pick one of those off real quickly, and he has a sweet little waltz into an end zone. And this is the type of defense he plays. He'll give you he'll give you the short yardage, and all of a sudden he'll sneak up on you.
All right, it's Washington to the left and Witcher flanked to the right now. And the Cowboys almost offside. Brodie gives to Willard. Let's see what... There's going to be a penalty flag. The 49ers moved after one of the Cowboys jumped, and I imagine it'll be illegal procedure against San Francisco, although we'll have to wait and see. Willard went ahead and ran the play and was stopped for a loss of about a half yard. Now it's going to be against Dallas. 5-yard offside penalty. Moves the ball to the 39. So offside, it'll be 1st down and 5. The 49ers at their own 39 with 1:20 remaining in the first quarter. 3-0, San Francisco leads. Cunningham and Willard behind Brodie on 1st and 5. Washington to the left, Witcher to the right. Brodie gives to Cunningham. There's no hole. He gets to the 40 and then is pushed backward. 40-yard line is all he could make. He was really drilled as the corner linebacker, Dave Edwards, hit him. It will be 2nd down now and about 3.5 yards to go. 2nd, about 3.5. Ball at the 40. The 49ers have to go to their, not quite to the 44-yard line for a 1st down. Washington is split to the left. Witcher flanked to the right. Brodie looks over the Dallas defense. They've got safety blitz on again. Brodie changes, gives to Willard, and he cracks for the 1st down. Brodie picks up that safety blitz, fakes the pitch out, gave to Willard, who cracks across the 45 to the 46 for the 1st down. As Chuck Howley made the tackle on him, it'll be 1st and 10 for San Francisco. 24 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The clock runs. San Francisco in front 3-0 here in this first quarter. They may not get another playoff before the quarter end. Brodie slowly bringing him up the line of scrimmage. Has Witcher flanked right. Washington split left. Brodie taking a long time at the line of scrimmage. The clock continues to move. And there's the gun sounding the end of the first quarter. And a look at the scoreboard shows the 49ers 3 and the Cowboys nothing. The ball now at the 49ers just across the 45. First and 10 for San Francisco. The 49ers will be going from our right to our left here in the second quarter. 3-0. San Francisco leads as we start the second period. 49ers come out of the huddle now. Brodie has Washington split left. Witcher flanked to the right. Double coverage out there on Witcher this time. Brodie looks over that Dallas defense. Back to pass goes John. He looks. He throws, and it's batted away. Batted away by Larry Cole. Brodie's primary receiver was Washington, but he was very well covered by Renfro. And then John looked over the middle, and as he finally released the ball, it was batted right back in his face. So it'll be 2nd and 10. The ball brought back to the 45.5 again.
This is one of the times they came up with a total zone. Zone on the far side, zone on the right side. They were double teaming short and long on Witcher, and as the ball was snapped, Waters moved over to the deep zone to the sidelines to take the coverage of Gene Washington.
2nd down now. As Howley comes out to cover Washington. A give, swing to Willard, and he's to the 45-yard line and out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Did Dick Witcher ever unload on Green? Oh, my goodness. He was spread out to the right side. Green spotted the screen coming up, and as the ball was snapped, Green started coming up, and Witcher really unloaded on him. Beautiful block by Dick Witcher.
So it's a first down at the 44 of the Cowboys with that little screen out to Willard, and he carried down the far sideline for the first down. So Brodie running to work on this Dallas defense, trying to find some weaknesses, pick them apart, take advantage of what they're doing. It is 1st and 10 at the 44. Washington split to the left, Witcher flanked to the right. Brodie gives to Willard. Willard tries to get the outside, gets away from one man. He goes to the 40. He's to the 38-yard line. Knocked down at the 38 as he was caught right at the, well, put it at the 37-yard line. So it's a gain now of about 6-7 yards, make it 2nd down and a little over 3, about 3.5. And Willard is shaken up a bit. No, he's got a broken strap on his shoulder pad. So he comes out. 2nd down. Cliff Harris has gone in secondary for the Cowboys. They give to Cunningham, and there's no place to go. As he stopped right at the 40-yard line, tried to go on the sweep. Beisler came out to give him a block, but there were just too many people there. Cole was there, Hugh, and they just stopped him at the 39, which is a loss of a couple. It will be 3rd down now and a little over 5 yards to go. Cornell Green has come back in that safety position, replacing Cliff Harris for the Cowboys. Jimmy Thomas in there. He has replaced Willard. It's Thomas and Cunningham behind Brodie on 3rd down. 3rd down and 5. Brodie straight back to pass. Looking, throws, and there's going to be a holding penalty against the 49ers. A holding penalty against the 49ers back at the 49-yard line. The pass was incomplete, as Brodie just unloaded it, but a holding penalty is the call against San Francisco, and that will be, that flag was thrown at the 49-yard line of Dallas. So that would really take the 49ers out of field goal position, and Dallas will take the penalty. So it's going to move from the 49 all the way back to San Francisco's 36-yard line, so that is really a big spread. 49ers called for holding as they were trying to keep Bob Lilly out of there. Now it will be a 3rd down, and they have to go to the 33.5-yard line. So it's about 30 yards to go. And now the Cowboys send in a lot of extra defense. They got some of the linebackers, put in some extra men, and give to Jimmy Thomas on a sweep. He's trying to get some room, gets to the 40, out of bounds at about the 41. So picked up 5 yards, enough that it's going to mean that Spurrier has a little better position to kick from. It'll be 4th down for the 49ers. They have to give the ball to Dallas. Here's one place where you can't afford any line drive kicks with Bob Hayes back there. You don't want to give him much time to run or much room to run. You have to hang the ball up, make sure your coverage is down on top of him. So it's Hayes waiting as Spurrier will be doing the kicking. Steve wearing red shoes this week for the championship game. I hope they're goody two-shoes when it comes to kicking today. Gets the pass from center. Gets a kick away. And oh, does he get a kick away? Oh, did he get a kick away? Down to the 5, goes into the end zone. The 49ers couldn't quite get to it. Spurrier just about kicked that one out of the stadium. Cowboys 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 49ers have Hart, Kruger, Lakes, and Hardman across the line. Dallas has Garrison back in there again now. Rucker and Garrison behind Morton and Thomas. Flanks outside Pettis Norman, the tight end. In motion goes Rucker to the far side. A give to Garrison. Garrison to the 20, and that's all. Maybe got a yard. He did. Skidded across the 20 to the 21. Cedric Hardman, Frank Nunley there to stop him. As he gets a yard, it'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Cowboys at their own 21. 3-0, the 49ers lead.
As you know, all through the season, the 49ers stay in their basic 4-3 defense. They've only used probably an odd defense where they put Kruger or Lakes over the center of the offensive team, maybe not more than 20 times in the last 21 ball games.
Morton with 2nd and 9. Hayes flanked the near side. Rucker in motion. Big pitch out to Thomas to the outside, getting some blocking, goes to the 30-yard line out of bounds as he got the 1st down across the 30. So Thomas on that quick pitch is getting outside the 49ers.
They move into a slot formation right side with Bob Hayes in the slot. Rucker is split wide to the right side. The handoff on the 2nd man through in that I formation goes to Dwayne Thomas. Thomas gets across the 35-yard line up to the Cowboy 37 or 38 before Cedric Hardman, along with Dave Wilcox, can make the stop for San Francisco. Good gain on the play up to the 37-yard line. That'll make it 2nd down and still 3 yards to go. Thomas so far has picked up 37 yards on 3 rushes for the Dallas Cowboys. So he has an excellent average here in the first half so far. Triple I formation once again for the Dallas Cowboys. San Francisco playing the 4-3 with the checkerboard front 4. The handoff goes to Walt Garrison. Garrison is stuck as he gets to the 40-yard line on a fine tackle by Charlie Kruger and Tommy Hart as the left end and left tackle, respectively, of the San Francisco 49ers combine to make the stop at the 40-yard line.
30 yards.
So that will bring up a short yardage situation for the Dallas Cowboys as they bring in another tight end, Mike Ditka. Along with Pettis Norman, we'll have 2 tight ends in the ball game. Reggie Rucker comes out. It'll be 3rd and 1 to go for the Dallas Cowboys. As they break, they have Bob Hayes flanked to the right side. The 2 tight ends are in tight. A short yardage defense for the San Francisco 49ers. Back set, strong left. The handoff going to Dwayne Thomas. Thomas gets to the 41, 42-yard line. He's got the 1st down. Dave Wilcox, Jimmy Johnson coming up quickly from the left corner position, but not until Dwayne Thomas, the rookie from West Texas State, had picked up the 1st down for the Dallas Cowboys. So the Cowboys retain possession and have new life at the 42-yard line of Dallas. 10 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the first half. San Francisco leading the Dallas Cowboys 3-0. I formation. Now they shift out of the I. We have the split backfield and the 4-3 defensive alignment for San Francisco. Quick pass and a sensational tackle. Mel Phillips hit Pettis Norman so hard at the 49-yard line that Norman just could not hang on to the football. It was the quick pop pass right over the middle from Craig Morton to his tight end. And limping off the field is Mel Phillips, the strong side safety, who really racked up Pettis Norman. He'll be replaced by Johnny Fuller in that secondary for San Francisco. Out of the huddle come the Dallas Cowboys with the slot formation on the left side. 4-3 defensive alignment once again for San Francisco. Back to pass goes Craig Morton, fires the swing pass. It's complete to Dwayne Thomas. He's got running room at the 45 and gets inside the San Francisco 45-yard line to the 44 before Dave Wilcox can come over and grab him from behind at the San Francisco 44. So the Cowboys have picked up another 1st down, their 3rd on this drive. And they'll have it 1st and 10 at the San Francisco 44. Craig Morton has just completed his first pass of the afternoon. He is 1 for 6. First and 10 at the 44-yard line. Once again, the Cowboys sending Bob Hayes wide to the right side. Rucker in motion. Now we have a slot formation to the right and a double wing formation on the left side. Morton faking play action, goes back to pass, firing the bomb for Hayes. It is overthrown and complete at the 3-yard line. Bob Hayes, looking back into that bright sunshine, saw the ball. Incomplete, just about 2 yards overthrown. He was chased by Johnny Fuller, the strong side safety, but he had a step on him, Bob, at the 3-yard line.
With Mel Phillips, of course, the veteran from North Carolina A&T, out of there with that leg injury, and Johnny Fuller, the 3-year veteran from Lamar Tech, in to take his place. Hasn't played as very much all season long, and Morton tested him right there, decided to send Hayes long and see if he could beat him, and beat him he did. But as you pointed out, the Dallas Cowboys have the sun at their back, and as Hayes turned around, it appeared as though it might have gotten a little bit into his eye, although it was thrown a little long for him. But they went for the big bomb that time, so it is now 2nd and 10, still at the 44 of the San Francisco 49ers.
And Morton certainly showed that there's no problem with his arm, elbow, or shoulder on that particular pass. The pitch out to Dwayne Thomas, the sweep left. He's got running room at the 40 and is finally chased out of bounds inside the San Francisco 35-yard line at the 33 by Roosevelt Taylor. But that's going to be another first down for the Dallas Cowboys, and that's their 4th first down on this drive, which now has carried to the San Francisco 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for Dallas.
Mel Phillips is evidently all right. He's gone back in there now, number 32 for Johnny Fuller. And Bill Belk is in there at the right defensive end spot for the San Francisco 49ers.
Craig Morton mixing up his plays beautifully on this drive. Has the slot formation right side this time with Bob Hayes in the slot. Reggie Rucker is the wide receiver. The backs are set strong to the right side. San Francisco maintaining the 4-3. The handoff on the counter play going to Dwayne Thomas. He busts through the 30 down to the 26-yard line before he is finally spilled in the secondary by Roland Lakes, and with help from Bruce Taylor, the cornerback on the right side. But that's a gain of 7 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3 yards to go for the rampaging Dallas Cowboys, who trail 3-0 to the San Francisco 49ers, who scored in the first period on a 16-yard field goal by Bruce Gossett. And that is the only scoring so far with 8:50 left to go here in the first half. Slot formation again to the right side. Hayes in the slot. The handoff to the second man through. It's Dwayne Thomas. He puts his head down, gets inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. He's close to the first down. It's Bill Belk along with Roland Lakes, the right tackle and right end of the San Francisco 49ers, who make the stop. And I believe we're going to have to get a measurement as they bring the chain gang in from the far sideline. And if the Cowboys have made the first down, it will be their 5th on this drive. It is 1st and 10 to go for Dallas, who have come into Kezar Stadium here this afternoon with a multiple offense. They have shown San Francisco just about everything in the book, from double wings to men in motion to triple I formation. They've had it all here. All right, it's 1st and 10 for the Dallas Cowboys at the San Francisco 23-yard line. We have the full house backfield this time. In motion goes Reggie Rucker to the left side. The handoff to Dwayne Thomas, the sweep left. He is piled up as he gets to the 22-yard line. He falls forward to the 21, close to the 20. It's Dave Wilcox, the linebacker, on the right side, making the stop for San Francisco. They place his forward progress to the 21-yard line. The gain is 2 yards. It will be 2nd and 8 to go for the Dallas Cowboys, who have now made their deepest penetration of the afternoon. They are perched at the 21-yard line of the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco thus far has shut out Dallas 3-0. We're in the second quarter with 7:47 to go. And Dwayne Thomas has picked up 83 yards on 8 carries so far. And we have motion in that Dallas backfield as Walt Garrison took a step to his right. And Bob Hayes moved a step to his left before the snap of the ball. And we're going to pause 10 seconds for local station identification. This is the CBS Radio Network.
This is News Radio 74, KCBS San Francisco. The weatherman says fair through Tuesday and slightly warmer days.
On the 25.
The Dallas Cowboys have just been penalized 5 yards for illegal procedure. That's their 4th penalty for 40 yards so far here in the first half. Reggie Rucker is wide to the right side. Split left, it's Bob Hayes. We have a split backfield now behind Craig Morton. Morton handing off on the sweep to the right side to Thomas. Thomas breaks a tackle, gets to the 20, and falls forward to the 19-yard line. A fine saving tackle made by Jimmy Johnson, the 10-year veteran, and by Jim Snydecki of the San Francisco 49ers. And the ball is placed down at the San Francisco 19-yard line, and it will bring up perhaps the most crucial third down play of this first half for Dallas.
You talk about Dwayne Thomas, you're talking about a young rookie out of West Texas State who came along with the Dallas Cowboys and did such an outstanding job that he forced last year's Rookie of the Year, Calvin Hill, to the sidelines. And he did a great job against the Detroit Lions and got him here and that big one there.
Bob Hayes is split wide to the right side. The backs are split. Morton on the quick pop right over the middle. It is caught. The pass is caught by Mike Ditka, and Ditka is tackled immediately at about the 14-yard line. He is going to be short of the first down. And that will bring up a 4th. And about a yard to go. Roosevelt Taylor making a great stop for the San Francisco 49ers as he split Mike Ditka, and they used to be teammates for the Chicago Bears. Taylor, a 10-year veteran. Mike Ditka, a 10-year veteran. Taylor came to the San Francisco 49ers in a trade with the Chicago Bears in 1969. A field goal attempt here by Mike Clark with Reeves holding from the 21-yard line. A straight shot. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it splits the uprights. It's good. It's timeout on the field, and the score is the Dallas Cowboys 3, the San Francisco 49ers 3. Clark has teed up the ball at the 40-yard line. We have Jimmy Thomas and Bill Tucker in double safety for San Francisco. They're standing at the 8-yard line. There's the run-up and the kick. It's coming down short to Thomas. He takes it at the 15. He's to the 20, cutting for the far sideline. 25, across the 30-yard line. He's finally tackled at the 33-yard line. A fine run back by Jimmy Thomas, the second-year man from the University of Texas at Arlington. It's Richmond Flowers who made the stop at the 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the San Francisco 49ers. The score is tied 3-3, 5 minutes and 55 seconds left to play here in the first half. Out of the huddle come the 49ers. They send Witcher wide to the left side with Washington split to the right side. Dallas in the 4-3 defensive alignment, and Brodie has his backs split behind him. Brodie goes back. Play action, looking downfield, fires the pass. It is caught wide open. Doug Cunningham makes the catch and falls forward at the 47-yard line of San Francisco. Mel Renfro coming over to put the clincher on him, but not until Doug Cunningham, coming out on that flare pattern, caught the pass wide open at the 45. He fell forward to the 47. It's 1st and 10. The play covering 14 yards.
And there for the first time really this afternoon, you saw John Brodie with enough time to really pick up his receiver and get it out to him. That offensive line, that time for the San Francisco 49ers, doing the job and giving John time to throw it. The San Francisco line protects Brodie almost with religious fanaticism. Brodie with a split backfield. Going back, looks, sets, fires the bomb down the middle for Witcher. He can't make the catch at the 15-yard line. Great coverage by the Dallas Cowboys rookie Charlie Waters. Some of the fans in the far end zone think there was interference there, but there was great coverage by Waters. In fact, there was really double coverage on this great wide receiver of the San Francisco 49ers, Dick Witcher, who on the season caught 22 passes for 288 yards. It was a straight flyaway pattern. He simply went straight down the field and tried to outrun the defenders down there, and Waters, the young rookie, made a great play on him as Brodie got the ball down there.
It is 2nd down and 10 yards to go for San Francisco. The ball at their own 47-yard line. Split backfield once again behind Brodie. Washington is split to the left. The handoff to Cunningham on the sweep to the right side. He is tackled as he gets to the 49-yard line as the Dallas Cowboys, with great pursuit, moved over quickly. It was Dave Edwards, the linebacker on the left side, who threw the interference apart there and came in to make the tackle at the midfield stripe. And the gain was held to just 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 8 yards to go for San Francisco. And this is a big 3rd down play for the 49ers. Score tied 3-3, 4 minutes, 19 seconds to go here in the first half. The site is San Francisco's Kezar Stadium on a beautiful afternoon for football. Split backfield once again behind Brodie. Dallas in the 4-3. Back to pass goes Brodie. The blitz is on. He fires the pass. Washington can't make the catch at the 15. He had beaten Renfro on the play. He had the angle on Renfro, and he dove just as far as his frame would carry him. Gene Washington, 6'1", 185, making a diving attempt. Gets a fine hand from the partisan fans here in San Francisco. A great effort, a fine pass. He just couldn't make the catch. So it'll be 4th, and still 8 to go for San Francisco. As Steve Spurrier comes into the ball game, he'll do the punting. Spurrier dropping back to his own 35-yard line. Back goes Hayes and Reeves in tandem safety, with Hayes standing back at the 13-yard line. Spurrier gets an end-over-end kick. Reeves makes the fair catch, fumbles, and let's see who recovered. Bob Hayes falls on the football at the 15-yard line. So there was a saving recovery by Bob Hayes. Bob?
Wynn doing a little few tricks up there with that one, too. He couldn't quite hang out of the thing, and fortunately, Hayes was right behind him.
It's 1st and 10 for the Dallas Cowboys. The ball at their own 15-yard line. Hayes is split wide to the right side. It's Rucker in motion to the left. The handoff to Dwayne Thomas on the sweep left. He's at the 20, across the 20 to the 25-yard line. He is finally brought down at the 25 by Roosevelt Taylor. Roosevelt Taylor, the free safety of the San Francisco 49ers, coming over to make the stop, but not until Dwayne Thomas had picked up 11 yards and what appears to be a first down for the Dallas Cowboys. They have not moved the markers on the far side. There they go. It's 1st and 10 for the Dallas Cowboys at their own 26-yard line. Triple I formation. Once again, Hayes split out just about 2 yards on the right side. Rucker is in motion to the left side. The handoff on the power play right up the middle. The trap goes to Walt Garrison, and Garrison getting across the 30 to the 31, 32-yard line before he is finally brought down. Charlie Kruger and Roosevelt Taylor once again coming up quickly from his safety spot to make the stop at the 32. The gain is 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4 yards to go as the clock continues to move here in the first half. 2 minutes, 47 seconds left to play. We have a tied-up score at 3-3. Dallas and San Francisco battling for the right to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl on January the 17th. Garrison is flanked out to the right side. Rucker in motion. Morton goes back to pass. Looks. Good protection. Fires the screen pass, and there's nobody there. Fires the pass at the 32-yard line. Tommy Hart putting on a great rush. As Morton looked downfield, there was fine coverage that time by the San Francisco secondary, and that time he had Garrison flanked out to the right side, as the Dallas Cowboys really are pulling out all the stops offensively this afternoon. This is probably the most imaginative offense we have seen the Dallas Cowboys come up with in 5 years. It is truly spectacular, but the 49ers have done a great job defending it. Double wing formation this time. In motion. Bob Hayes into a slot he goes. Morton goes back to pass. The screen pass to Thomas. He's got running room. 35, 40, and a fine tackle is made at the 40-yard line. It was Bruce Taylor who knocked his pins out from under him at the 38-yard line. He fell forward, managed to scramble forward actually to the 41 or 42-yard line, and that's another first down for the Dallas Cowboys. And the whistle blows here where the 2-minute warning is being given to both benches. Tom Landry on the far side and Dick Nolan, the coach of the San Francisco 49ers, on the near side. You know, Bob, one of the interesting analogies of this football game here this afternoon, the first National Football League championship game played back in 1933 and pitted the Chicago Bears against the New York Giants. There were 26,000 in attendance at Chicago, and the winner's share was $210.34. The loser's share was $140.22. This afternoon here at San Francisco, the winner's share of this game will be $8,500. The loser's share, $5,500. And of course, to the winner, the Super Bowl, the chance to earn another $15,000 as the winner of the Super Bowl.
Ray, I don't know whether you were talking at all while I was gone here a minute about that Oakland-Baltimore game, but some very interesting statistics. As you know, Baltimore won at 27-17 to go into the Super Bowl. Unitas today was 11 out of 30 for 245 yards and a touchdown, and George Landon, the old pro, passed completed 17 out of 30 for 271 yards and 2 touchdowns, but was intercepted 3 times. It must have been quite a ball game there.
Dallas will have the football. 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. It's interesting to note that the 2 tight ends of the Dallas Cowboys, Pettis Norman and Mike Ditka, have caught between them only 14 passes in the 1970 season. Slot formation to the right side with Bob Hayes in the slot. Morton goes back. He wants to pass. Back inside the 35. Rush gets the pass off. It is incomplete. The pass intended over the middle for Walt Garrison as running back, who ran the flare pattern right over the middle at the 46-yard line, but the pass was incomplete. Kruger and Earl Edwards, the interior of that San Francisco front 4, putting tremendous pressure that time on Craig Morton.
Speaking of the front 4, they usually start with Hart, Kruger, Lakes, and Belk, but they use Stan Heineman, number 80, and Earl Edwards, number 74, and Cedric Hartman, number 86. They've all been in there, all 8 of them, except Sam Silas. It's the only club, as I mentioned, in the league that uses 8 defensive ends and tackles, alternating.
It's 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Rucker is in motion to the right. Morton goes back to pass, rushed, and the pass is incomplete. The safety valve pass intended on the far sideline for Dan Reeves was incomplete. Bill Belk came in like a locomotive that time. Morton went down after he threw the ball back at the 30-yard line, but the pass is incomplete as he had to go to his safety valve, Reeves, that time. He just did not have time to look downfield. So that stops the clock with 1 minute and 51 seconds remaining here in the first half. Score is tied 3-3, Dallas and San Francisco. Morton so far attempting 12 passes, completed 3. You know, last week against Detroit, he only completed 4 passes. That is the lowest completion average record in the history of the Dallas Cowboys, but they won the game. Split backfield once again behind Morton. He goes back to pass, looks, rush, hit, and down back at the 36-yard line. It was Earl Edwards who wrapped his arms around him in a bear hug, caught him from the blind side back at the 37-yard line and makes the stop. And that will bring up a 4th and long yardage for the Dallas Cowboys. 4th down and 15 yards to go.
Earl Edwards, number 74, coming off to the sidelines. It's just a good example of why Nolan uses those 8 men and alternate. He likes to keep fresh men in there, the pressure on the passer.
Ron Woodby gets the snap. He gets the punt off. A spiral kick, a floater, comes down to Taylor at the 26. No fair catch. He moves just about to the 26 or 27-yard line. He was hit again. And we have a little fracas down on the field. It's broken up very quickly, however. A few hot tempers, Bob, but
Mark Washington, number 46, was the man who hit Taylor down there. Taylor coming off to the sidelines now with his helmet in his hands. And it's a good, hard tackle. And this is a game of rough, hard contact and tempers flare every now and then.
Ball at the 26-yard line. It is 1st and 10 for San Francisco. Brodie goes back on play action, firing the screen pass on the far side. It's caught by Cunningham. He gets across the 30 up to the 33-yard line. Good blocking up in front. It was Herb Adderley who broke the screen and came in to make the stop on the hard-running Doug Cunningham. Forrest Blue and Woody Peoples were leading the blocking that time for the San Francisco 49ers. Back on to the left side. To pass goes Brodie. Looks, good protection. Way downfield is overthrown and falls at the 25-yard line. It was intended for Ted Kowalik, the tight end, as he was racing down on the deep post pattern. Good coverage once again by Charlie Waters, the free safety. Actually, there was double coverage on the play with Cornell Green helping out. So that stops the clock once again with 1 minute and 1 second officially showing. Sun still shining brightly here at Kezar Stadium in San Francisco.
Brodie back to pass. He looks, he throws. Oh, Oh, Cunningham was wide open at midfield, and Brodie missed him. Led him too much with a pass. Cunningham was all by himself, and Brodie threw the ball just out of his reach. Well, that was a tough one, as Brodie had Cunningham all alone at midfield and missed him. So the 49ers have to give up the ball with 57 seconds remaining. Score tied 3-3 as Spurrier will be doing the punting here. Stave waiting for the pass from center. Gets a good pass. Gets the kick away. High sailing kick. Fair catch signaled for by Reeves. And he makes the catch at the 35-yard line of the Cowboys, where it will be put it at the 36, 1st and 10 for Dallas. So with 50 seconds left in the first half, Dallas gets the ball again. Boy, the 49ers have just missed on a couple of passes. Washington stumbling and failing to hold one at about the 12 or 13-yard line, and now Brodie missing Cunningham, who was really wide open. The ball at the 36 of Dallas, 1st and 10. Looking for the quick pass as Morton throws over the middle, incomplete. Oh, he was belted by Cedric Hardman. And just had to release that ball as fast as he could. The 49er defense is really putting some pressure on Morton. He tried to throw. He tried to lay that one off to one of his backs, but just had to get rid of it as fast as he could as Cedric Hardman came sailing in. Tommy Hart replaces Stan Heineman now at left end. 2nd down and 10 for Dallas. 37 seconds remaining in this first half. 3-3 ball game. 49ers could really use an interception right now. Morton sends Rucker in motion to the left. Pitches out to Reeves. Reeves is being chased out of bounds by Hardman. Cedric Hardman across the line. Chased him out of bounds at the 28-yard line for a loss of 8. Cedric Hardman came shooting across there. He figured that one out and chased Reeves out of bounds at the 28. Stopping the clock, 33 seconds remaining. It is 3rd down now for Dallas. 3rd and 18. Heineman back in their left end. 49ers alternating their defensive left ends. Tommy Hart, Stan Heineman, Rucker, and Hayes out wide to the near side. 49ers have not been giving Morton time to throw. They can't afford to now. Morton, hands on a draw to Reeves. He's thrown for a loss by Charlie Kruger back at the 20-yard line. Put it at the 22. And let's say the clock is running. The 49ers have asked for a timeout. Boy, what a defense the 49ers put on that time. The ball back at the 22 with 23 seconds left. The Cowboys will have to punt. So the 49ers threw them for a total of 14 yards lost on that series. And Bruce Taylor is waiting as the 49ers have taken timeout. They will get the ball with 23 seconds remaining.
During the season, Craig Morton and Staubach have been thrown 39 times, for a total of 296 yards. So it is possible if they're forced to throw, when they get behind, the 49ers can really take advantage.
All right, would be to punt. Field position important here. The 49ers could get in line for a field goal. Low end-over-end kick. It takes a high bounce. Taylor chases it, and it rolls past him. And the Cowboys got a break on that one. It rolls to the 28-yard line of the 49ers. Well, they got a break. It was a poor kick, but it took a big bounce in Dallas's favor. And now the 49ers, with just 11 seconds left, are at their own 28-yard line. And Taylor been able to get a hold of that one. He might have been able to run it into field goal position. But now they have only 11 seconds. The 49ers might just let the clock run out. And that's what they're going to do. Deep in their own territory, they don't want to take a chance on making a mistake here. And they will let the clock run. And that is it for the first half. The gun sounds ending the first half. A look at the scoreboard shows the 49ers 3, the Dallas Cowboys 3. Well, halftime, and it's been a rugged first half. As I said in talking about this game, it was going to be a matter of defenses, and it certainly has. The Dallas Cowboy defense has been tough on the 49ers passing. The Dallas Cowboys able to drive, make one long drive, on the ground game, but the 49er defense starting to really zero in on Craig Morton. Every time he goes back to pass, he has really been in difficulty. Been sort of an interesting first half, a real tight one. Two tough teams battling out here today.
Really has been, and of course, going into this ball game, everyone knew that the Dallas Cowboys, their greatest strength this year and got them this far, is their great running game. And of course, it's Dwayne Thomas who has carried the load for them, and also Hill, who has done a fine job, but he's been injured most of the year. Hill has gained 507 yards so far this year, but of course Thomas coming in and substituting for him and winning the number one spot along with Garrison in the backfield. With Garrison also has a little over 500 yards, but Dwayne Thomas, the rookie from West Texas State, has over 800 yards. So that's been really the job that they have done, has been on the ground, and they've had trouble throwing the ball.
Here are the stats. Dallas out first downing the 49ers 10-6. Total yardage, Dallas 143, the 49ers 133. Brodie has hit 7 out of 15 for 98 yards. Morton 3 for 14 for 29 yards. Willard has gained 22 yards on 6 carries. Dwayne Thomas has gained 78 yards on 10 carries for the Cowboys. The total offensive plays, Dallas has had the ball 13 times more than have the 49ers. The 49ers only 26 plays and Dallas 39. So that is a difference the 49ers are going to have to correct in this second half. This weather today has been perfect. The 49ers have had to battle through 2 bad weather games, the one in Oakland and the one in Minnesota. Here today, the toughest thing they're battling is that Dallas defense.
Actually, that is very true, and there's one thing, I don't think it's the defense so much. I think the 49ers can find the weakness of the Dallas Cowboy defense, but they have to have that ball more often. Of course, that's one thing the 49er defense has done for John Brodie. They've got the turnovers to give Brodie and the offensive unit enough opportunities to get in to score. But this ball control, in which Dallas Cowboys offense relies on so much, has been the answer, I believe, so far this afternoon. But the secret is, so far, and it looks like the only way to really stop them, and I think if the defense can stop the running game, the 49ers have the ball game.
49ers will defend the west goal to our left, Dallas to our right. Dallas will be kicking off, as Tucker and Thomas will be the deep men for the 49ers. Mike Clark to do the kicking. He moves forward. He kicks it high and to Thomas at the 4-yard line, the 5 to the 10, the 15 to the 20, to the 24-yard line, to the 25, to the 27-yard line before he's knocked down. Cliff Harris, one of the first ones there, along with Richmond Flowers. Put it at the 26, 49ers first and 10. The 49ers have been a second-half team this year most of the time. Let's see what happens now. The only bad second half really that they had was against the Los Angeles Rams in the game here at Kezar. Brodie at quarterback has Willard and Cunningham behind him. Witcher flanked to the near side and Washington split left. If the 49ers have come up with something new at halftime, Brodie changed the call at the line of scrimmage. He pitches the hands out to Willard, hit behind the line by Andre. George Andre, the right end, really diagnosed that one. Brodie faked the pitch to Cunningham and handed to Willard, and George Andre belted him just as he got the ball, throws him for a loss to just across the 25, about a 1-yard loss, 2nd and 11. San Francisco trying to get its offense going against this really rugged Dallas Cowboy defense. Adderley out to cover Washington on the near side. Witcher with Renfrew covering him to the left. Brodie, 2nd down and about 11. John pitches out to Cunningham, trying to get a block. There's a penalty flag thrown, and he gets to the 30-yard line, but there is a penalty marker thrown, and let's see if it's going to be holding against the 49ers. There will be a penalty against San Francisco that time, I believe. The ball is at the 29-yard line. And it's a holding penalty against San Francisco, which would be half the distance to the goal line if the Cowboys take it. If not, it would be 3rd down and about 7 yards to go for the 49ers from their 29. And the Cowboys are being questioned. Now they decide they'll take the penalty. So this is a bad way to start, putting the 49ers in terrible field position right at the start of this second half. The ball is moved back to the 12-yard line. Holding penalty against the 49ers. So it will be second down now and 24 yards to go.
Second and 24.
Mark Washington comes into that secondary. They send in 3 extra Spady men to the Cowboys in the passing situation. A draw to Willard. Willard is captured as he gets a yard or so, and that's all. And it was the corner linebacker, or the middle linebacker, Leroy Jordan, who made the tackle on him at the 13. So it will be a third down situation now. He gained only a yard. 49ers are going to have to get this ball out a little farther to kick it out of terrible field position. But that Dallas running game, they can't afford to give them very much. Dallas really puts the deep men back. They have a lot of coverage on these passing situations. Brodie gives to Willard on a sweep, trying to get a block. Gets to the 20-yard line, and that is all. He's knocked off his feet at the 20. Coming up to make the tackle was Jordan and D.D. Lewis. And it's at the 20. It'll be fourth down. The 49ers are forced to give up the ball as Hayes and Reeves will be the deep men.
Hayes and Reeves deep.
Spurrier to punt. Hayes waiting at his 42. Spurrier gets a good pass. Gets the kick away, and that's a nice one. Hayes signals for a fair catch, makes the catch at his 43-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for Dallas. So Spurrier got up a good kick that time, and Hayes fair caught it at the 43 of Dallas, where it'll be first and 10. For the Cowboys, we start the second half. The score tied at 3-3. The Cowboys have now gone 23 quarters without its defense giving up a touchdown. Morton has Garrison and Thomas, the backs behind him. They line up in an I formation with Rucker standing behind him also. Rucker in motion comes to the near side. Pitch out to Thomas, coming to the outside. He is pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line, maybe the 46. Nidecki and Lakes and Roosevelt Taylor, Bruce Taylor there, give him the 46-yard line, so it's a gain of 3. A little better coverage on that pitch out than they've had in the past.
There's quite a bit. Of course, on the sweeps to that side and the quick pitch out, as this last play was, the secret is, boy, Nidecki, he's got to get across that line of scrimmage and force the play back to the inside as quick as he possibly can.
Vanderbunt's in there at that right quarter linebacker position to start the second half. He was the one who helped run Thomas out of bounds. It's at the 47, a 4-yard gain. Back to pass goes Morton. He has time, throws for Hayes over the middle, and it is incomplete. Hayes up in the air, and Roosevelt Taylor belted him, and Hayes couldn't hold it at the 25-yard line. Taylor was very close to interfering with Hayes. As Hayes went up in the air, he hit him as the ball hit his hands, and the ball popped out. You can make contact as soon as the ball is there. Hayes was cutting laterally across the field at about the 20. Morton that time with a good fake and had time to pass. That's one of the few times the 49ers have allowed him to have any time to throw the ball. 3rd and 6 from the 47 of Dallas. Garrison and Thomas, the backs behind Morton. Hayes split to the left. Rucker flanked to the far side. Morton straight back to pass. Big rush. He is hit. He gets away. Now he's jumped to the 41-yard line. Fumbles the ball, and the 49ers have it, but I believe it's called dead. It is. It's called dead at the 41. Boy, they all came flying at him that time. Wilcox looks like he might have... No, he's all right. I thought Wilcox hurt his arm, but I guess he's okay. They put the big blitz on and came flying at him to throw him back at the 41-yard line. The ball was just lying alongside Morton. 49ers went for it, but it was ruled that it was dead, where he was dropped back at the 41. So Whitby will be punting as Bruce Taylor and Johnny Fuller wait. Whitby gets the kick away. It's a good one. He really hangs it up there. Taylor looking for the coverage, makes the catch, fumbles the ball, picks it up, goes to the 20, to the 21-yard line. Bruce Taylor dropped that ball, but it bounded right back to him, and he picked it up and runs to the 21. Timeout is taken on the field. A look at the scoreboard with 11:40 remaining in the third quarter. The 49ers 3, the Cowboys 3. Craig Morton limped off. Roger Staubach is loosening up for Dallas on the far side. It may be that Morton has been injured. Brodie back to pass. Big rush. They got him. They put the blitz on, and Dave Edwards threw him for a loss back at the 14. So they blitzed, and Brodie thrown for the loss. One of the few times that John has thrown for a loss. Only the 10th time this year. And they didn't pick up that corner linebacker. Attendance today, 59,625. The ball back at the 14, a 7-yard loss. Brodie had no chance at all. It is 2nd down and 17 for the 49ers. Boy, this Dallas defense is tough. Witcher to the near side. Brodie back to pass. He looks. He throws over the middle. Intercepted! Intercepted by the middle linebacker, Leroy Jordan. And he's to the 13-yard line. Brodie throwing under pressure, and Leroy Jordan picked it off at the 13. So the first real break of the ball game, a turnover here as Leroy Jordan, the middle linebacker, intercepts Brodie's pass. Brodie was under pressure that time, and he threw off balance. Craig Morton is back in there at quarterback. Dallas at the 13 of the 49ers. 1st and 10. Garrison and Thomas behind Morton. In motion, Rucker. The give to Thomas. To the 10. To the 5. To the outside. Touchdown, Dallas. So Thomas takes it in. On the first play, a 13-yard run, and Dallas has gone out in front for the first time. So the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the third quarter. And Mike Clark will come in to do the kicking, trying for the extra point. Well, the pass interception and that stubborn Dallas defense setting up the touchdown. Waiting for the passes that are placed down. It's kicked, and it's good. So look at the scoreboard with 10:51 remaining in the third quarter. Dallas 10, the 49ers 3. Mike Clark will kick off as Dallas has gone out in front for the first time today, 10-3. Tucker and Thomas wait for this kickoff. Clark drives it deep. This one is to Thomas, 3 yards deep. He is going to come out with it. He delayed, gets to the 10, to the 20, to the 23-yard line. He was undecided, then finally decided to come out with it and made it to the 22, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the 49ers at their own 22-yard line. So the 49er offense, which has not been able to move against Dallas, will have to get going now. Brodie suffering the interception, setting up the Dallas touchdown. Brodie has Willard and Cunningham behind him. Witcher flanked to the near side. Washington split left. John back to pass. He has time this time. He throws long for Washington. He's out front, and it's incomplete. The sun was in Washington's eyes. The ball didn't quite get to him, but I don't believe he could see that ball looking back into the sun.
The way the sun is dropping in the west over the stadium on that side, it is very blinding, and it goes right into the receiver's eyes.
Now Dallas brings in Steve Kiner. Lewis back to pass to Brodie. Completes it to Cunningham across the 30 to the 32-yard line. That is close to the first down. I believe he has the first down at the 32. First down, 1st and 10 for the 49ers. So the ball at the 32, the 49ers are working against 3 extra deep men for the Cowboys. They really play back to guard against the bomb. First and 10 from the 32 of the 49ers. They give us to Willard. Finds a little opening. Goes to the 36-yard line for a gain of about 4. Ken Willard driving to the 36 is tackled by Jordan, the middle linebacker. It's at the 36, second and 6. San Francisco trailing by 7 points in the third quarter. 9 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the third period. 10-3, Dallas leads. Witcher flanks to the near side and Washington splits left. Brodie has not been able to pick apart this Dallas defense. He fakes to Willard. Back to pass. Has time. Throws long for Washington. And it is intercepted, and Renfro intercepts. He comes to the 30, to the 35, and knocks off his feet at the 37. Renfro intercepts, and it runs it to the 38-yard line as Brodie was going for the bomb to Washington, but Renfro playing Washington stride for stride and intercepted it back at about the 20, runs to the 38 of the Cowboys. So 2 interceptions by Dallas, and they have the ball leading 10-3 here in the third quarter. Now Thomas is flanked to the right. Hayes in motion to the near side as Morton pitches out to Garrison on the sweep. He goes to the 40, to the 45, to the 50-yard line. Knocked down at the 50 by Nunley. It will be a first down for Dallas. For Dallas starting to take charge of this ball game right now, and they have a first down at midfield.
This is the first momentum of this ball game, even in the first half and the second half. What an interception will do, it certainly will inspire a ball club, and it certainly has inspired the Dallas Cowboys the way they went on this last play.
First and 10 at midfield. Hardman has gone in at right end for the 49ers now. Morton may be changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Morton hands on a draw to Garrison. Garrison is ganged up, dropped as he got about a yard. Edwards, Kruger, and Hardman. Kruger underneath. Edwards and Hardman hitting him high. It's a gain of a yard. It'll be second down and 9. Dallas leading 10-3. Has the ball at the 49-yard line of the 49ers. 2 interceptions. One setting up a 13-yard touchdown run by Dwayne Thomas of the Cowboys. Now Rucker comes out wide to the near side as Hayes, Garrison, and Thomas line up behind Morton. Thomas flanks to the right now. Morton on second down. He hands on a reverse to Thomas. Thomas is grabbed, and a penalty flag dropped. It was Vanderbunt who made the tackle along with Hardman. A penalty flag dropped, a holding penalty against Dallas. So it will be a 15-yarder against Dallas. We'll move it back to their 35-yard line. About 38-yard line, I guess. Marched off from the spot. Put it at the 37. So, I guess wrong twice. At the 37, it will be second down. And 23 yards to go for Dallas. Second and 23. 10-3, Dallas leads. 2 pass interceptions. One setting up a touchdown, the other one giving Dallas the football in this situation. Hayes and Garrison behind Morton. Hayes in motion, big rush put on, screen pass set up to Garrison. Garrison is to the 45, breaks the tackle, cuts back, goes to the 40-yard line of the 49ers, and has the first down. Oh, they got the screen that time, and the 49ers put a big rush on, but Morton just barely got the ball away on the screen to Garrison. He broke a tackle, moved to the 40 of the 49ers, and it's a first down.
That was a great call by Morton. It was a screen center, and this is the most difficult of all screens to be able to detect. If the Cowboys, as they did, played it right, they just kind of gave up a lot of yards. Garrison just circled right over the center of the in the center of the offensive line of the Dallas Cowboys, and Morton just dropped it right over to him.
First and 10 at the 40. Cowboys with an excellent screen call by Morton. Morton hands off to Thomas on a sweep. Missed behind the line of scrimmage and gets to the 35-yard line to the 34 for a 6-yard gain. Boy, the 49ers coming across the line are missing those ball carriers on the first shot at him. Vanderbunt comes out. Snydecki replaces him. 2nd and 5 for the Cowboys. Hayes and Rucker wide to the right. Garrison and Thomas, the backs behind Morton. Morton gives to Thomas, cuts in, finds a hole, goes to the 29-yard line. Tackled by Nunley and Bruce Taylor and Roosevelt Taylor, but he has another first down at the 29. 1st and 10 for Dallas. And the Cowboys really rooting them out of there now, and the 49ers are going to really have to get tough here in the 3rd quarter, trailing 10-3 with 5:08 remaining. And he'll afford to give up another touchdown to Dallas in this spot. Wide to the right goes Rucker. Hayes in motion to the right. Morton back to pass. Big rush. Trying to set up the screen again. Throws incomplete. Tried to set up the screen. The 49ers were waiting for that one. Tried to throw it to Garrison. The 49ers had 3 men in that screen zone. So it will be 2nd down and 10, brought back to the 29-yard line.
One thing the Dallas Cowboys don't do that most quarterbacks, or I'm talking about Craig Morton for the Dallas Cowboys, when he has his offensive team in momentum, really got his team moving good, he still takes his time. He's slow calling the plays, slow getting up to the line of scrimmage. Usually when a quarterback has a defense going, boy, he's in the huddle, he's out, he's hustling his team to get up the line of scrimmage, trying to keep the defense off balance at all times. Craig Morton takes his time. He's got a little jog right now, but he's walking up, make sure everybody's in line. Very unusual.
2nd down and 10. Takes him that long to read the note from Landry, maybe. Back to pass goes Morton. He has time this time. He looks. He throws for Hayes, and it is incomplete, and pass interference is called on Phillips at the 5-yard line. Pass interference called against Mel Phillips at the 5-yard line. And Dallas has the ball at the 5. That pass was not going to be complete. But Phillips bumped into Hayes as he went up in the air, and it's a pass interference call. So it is Dallas just outside the 5, 1st and goal, and this one is about to get away from the 49ers. So Dallas 1st and goal outside the 5. Line up in a straight T, and Morton is going to, says he can't hear that he doesn't want to go because of the noise, but they can't hear the signal, so the Cowboys go back in the huddle again. Dallas 1st and goal from just outside the 49ers 5. The fans are booing. It's not going to do any good. Thomas and Garrison behind Morton. Give fake to Thomas. Morton to pass. Wide open Garrison. Touchdown Dallas. So Garrison was all by himself. And they didn't pick him up coming out of the backfield. Morton hit him with the little short pass for the touchdown. He faked to Thomas and passed to Garrison. So now the Cowboys really in a commanding lead.
9-10-25.
16-3 as Clark will try for the extra point to try to make it 17. Waiting for the pass from center. Placed down, it's kicked, and it's good. So look at the scoreboard with 4:35 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Dallas 17, the 49ers 3. So here's Clark to kick. He hits it high and rather short. Tucker comes up to the 4 to make the catch, up to the 10, to the 20, to the 25, to the 28-yard line. So the ball is at the 27, and the 49ers are really going to have to go to work with 4:25 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Dallas leads 17-3, and that Dallas defense will really be coming at Brodie now. Not that it hasn't been.
They got in the huddle, and they all put their hands in there. They're rallying together. Let's do the job. That's what the Cowboys are saying.
17-3. Brodie back to pass. Looks for the quick one. Complete. Washington dropped the ball as the sun was in his eyes. Brodie's going to have to stop throwing to that side because Washington can't see the ball right now. That ball was right on target, but Gene just couldn't see it. He was looking up into the sun.
That really is a factor, and on the field, it certainly is very difficult. You see the ball leave Brodie's hand, then all of a sudden you'll hit a blind spot, and then all of a sudden it's in your face or in your hands or in your belly. It's very difficult to change your position, and that's what Gene was trying to do. He was falling there, try to change position to try to catch the ball.
2nd and 10, and Dallas puts in those 3 extra linebackers. Again, 2 extra linebackers and a deep back. He gives to Cunningham on a sweep. Needs a block. Gets to the 30, to the 33-yard line. And it will be a 3rd down and about 4 for the 49ers. Giving 6-yard pickup on that to the 33. 3rd and 4 for San Francisco. Now Jeff Pugh and Howley and Edwards come back in the lineup again for Dallas. 3:35 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The 49ers trail 17-3. A long way to go. Back to pass goes Brodie. They rush. He throws over the middle to Windsor. Windsor's at the 40. He's at the 45. 1st down for the 49ers. So the 49ers pick up a 1st down at their own 45-yard line. 17-3, Dallas leads. The 49ers have 3 minutes, 10 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Brodie start going to his tight end a great deal more and laying off to his halfbacks, because I think that's the vulnerable spot. And this is where the 49ers, when they've had a drive going, laying off to Willard or Cunningham, this is the success that they have had.
Washington and Witcher both to the near side. Washington slotted inside Witcher. Brodie rolling out to his right to pass. Throws back to the left. Wide open is Willard, and he dropped the ball. Willard was all alone, and he dropped the ball. He was looking into the sun again. Willard had the whole field in front of him, but he was looking back into the sun. Brodie just can't throw that way because they can't see the ball.
It really is, and I'm sure Willard will probably say something to him now, because that's definitely what the reason was. And the thing, it was a beautiful bootleg to the right. It was a fake sweep to the left, and Brodie bootlegged around to the right, and no one was around Ken Willard. He was going down the sideline. He was wide open.
2nd down and 10. That's 2 passes, right, hit receivers right in the chest, but they just can't see the ball on that left side of the field. Brodie changed the call now at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. John straight back to pass. He steps up, fakes, throws it away as he was under pressure and finally got rid of the ball and threw it to the sidelines. It'll be 3rd down and 10 now. And John has to come up with a big play here. 2:38 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Third and 10 for the 49ers at their own 45. Boy, what a play, as Willard was all by himself and dropped the ball. 3rd and 10 from San Francisco's 45. Brodie has Witcher to the near side, Washington left. Brodie straight back to pass. He looks. He throws over the middle. Open is Windsor. He's at the 35. He's at the 30. He's inside the 30 to the 26-yard line, and out of bounds he goes. Windsor to the 26-yard line of Dallas. 1st and 10 for the 49ers. 49ers trailing 17-3. Brodie trying to keep them going here. Hit on a 3rd down play to Windsor. '49ers 1st and 10 at Dallas 26. Brodie has Cunningham and Willard behind him. Washington split left. Witcher flanked to the right. John is back to pass. He steps up. He looks. He throws. It is almost intercepted by Cornell Green, intended for Windsor. Second and 10, and Windsor comes out. Wallach goes in. Boy, Green gambled that time and almost intercepted that one. He was gone for 6 points when he picked it off.
He certainly would have gone for 6 points. As he missed the ball, even Windsor, when he was laying on the ground, almost came up with it. Almost made a heck of a spectacular catch with the deflection of the ball by Cornell Green.
2nd and 10. The ball at the 26 of the Dallas Cowboys. 17-3. Dallas leads. We're in the 3rd quarter with 2:24 remaining. Witcher flanked the near side. Washington split left. Brodie straight back to pass. He steps up. He looks. He throws. He throws long. Witcher, touchdown, 49ers. That is the first touchdown given up by the Dallas Cowboy defense in nearly 23 quarters. Witcher was open, and Brodie hit him for the score. Now Gossett will try for the extra point. Brodie to hold. Placed down, kick, good. So it's a 17-10 ball game. Hugh?
Boy, I'm telling you, I'm going to have a heart attack. This is too much. That was a beautiful pass pattern by Witcher. He was spread out to the right side. He came down the field about 12 yards, gave a strong move to the inside on a post pattern. Much more than normal. He must have ran in about 6 to 7 yards and then broke back to the corner and just had Adderley all the way. Just beat him good. Adderley couldn't even recover enough to even get close to the pass as Witcher caught it in the end zone.
Brodie has now hit 11 of 26 for 175 yards, and that touchdown to Dick Witcher. Gossett setting it up on the 40-yard line. Harris, along with Washington, are in the deep spots. Harris on the far side, Washington near. Here comes Gossett. And here's the move. Good shot, deep. Grabbed down there at the 3-yard line by Washington. Up to the 10, 15, 20 to his left. Cuts back in and is hit right there. And down he goes at the 23-yard line. And it is Preston Riley, number 85, who makes the tackle on him. Preston Riley, a young rookie from Memphis State. 20-yard return. First down at 10 now. Dallas will put the ball in play. They want a new football. It's a little greasy down there along the sidelines. And they'll mark it as the 23-yard line. First down at 10, Dallas at their own 23. And the San Francisco crowd roaring now. Dallas from the I formation. First down and 10 at the 23-yard line. Garrison is in there. Thomas. In motion goes Hayes to the right. The quick toss is out to Garrison. Garrison coming to his left. And making a fine play was Skip Vanderbrunt, who just forced the interference away from him and reached in and brought him down. Roland Lakes helping on the play. They move it to the 25.
Roland Lakes was really the key on that running play as he contained that play to the inside, and then Skip Vanderbrunt, the linebacker, really made the tackle that stopped it for short yardage, but the Dallas Cowboys seemed to be able to move that ball off the flanks.
Second down and 8 at the 25. Ditka's in there now at tight end for Pettis Norman. Bob Hayes wide to the right. The ball handed off to Garrison, and Garrison on a straight-ahead dive play over his tackle gets it to the 31-yard line. Skip Vanderbrunt again, the man who makes the tackle. At the 31, gain of 6, third down, 2 to go. Pettis Norman coming in, Mike Ditka going out, bringing into play from the sideline. Reggie Rucker is one of the wide receivers. Bob Hayes is the other. 84 is Norman. Third down and 2 now. Big play for the Cowboys right here. 17-10, they lead it. A minute and 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Third down and about 2 to go for the first down from the 31. The ball to Garrison. Thomas, and it bounds up in the air, and it's recovered by Reggie Rucker. And we'll see where they allow the forward progress. I think the 34. And if they do, it will be a first down, and there's an unusual play. Your man was hit, the ball bounded straight up in the air. Kruger was the man who hit him. And Reggie Rucker, number 88, was there. As Thomas was hit, the ball bounding right up into the air. And Reggie Rucker picked it up, and they got 3 to the 34 and a first down. First and 10, Dallas at their own 34-yard line. I formation. Bob Hayes is the only wide receiver. Split out a little bit to the right. Now in motion comes Reggie Rucker. Morton with the ball, giving it off this time to Thomas. Thomas, good move around his left side, gets away from one man and is hauled out of bounds. Not until he gets, however, up to the 47-yard line. And it is Bruce Taylor who brought him down after the 13-yard gain. First down and 10. 13 more for the youngster. That's 18 first downs for Dallas. Ball up the 47-yard line of Dallas. 123 yards and 17 carries for Dwayne Thomas. All set. First down and 10. Up the 47-yard line of Dallas in possession for the Cowboys. Morton with the ball, faking and dropping back, looking, throwing it over here in the flat to Garrison's got it at the 44, down to the 30-yard line, cuts back in at the 25, at the 20, hit from behind, inside the 20, fumbles the ball, but the ball had been blown dead at the 18-yard line. But there's a flag on the play up here at the 30-yard line, so we'll wait and see. A gain of 35 on the play, a flag thrown at the 30. And Wilcox, the left linebacker, is shaken up. And here's the penalty being stepped off from the 30-yard line. It'll be a clip, I'm sure, moving the ball up to the 45 of San Francisco. Waiting for the official to give us the signal. Did he give it, Ray? I didn't say anything.
No, he never gave it.
We're going to get time out now for Wilcox, who is shaken up. Wilcox is being helped off. And Ed Beard, number 50, is going in there to assist him. Here comes Wilcox.
This is the second injury that the San Francisco 49ers have sustained here in the third quarter. 14 seconds left to go. Tommy Hart, their fine defensive left end, had to come out. He was replaced by Stan Hyndman. And now, as Bob has mentioned, we have another injury to Dave Wilcox, who is being helped off the field and being worked on here on the near sideline. The injury appears to be to his ankle or knee.
That was the 7th penalty, Ray, against Dallas for 82 yards. The down first. The yardage to go 3 from the 45 of the San Francisco 49ers. Morton giving the ball off to Thomas. Thomas dancing his way around, gets it to about the 43-yard line. Jim Snydecki is the man who pulled him down there. That'll be close to a first down, and we may get a measurement here. 17-10 the score. Dallas leading it. About 4 seconds of playing time remaining here in the third quarter from Kezar Stadium in San Francisco.
They're going to bring in the chain gang from the near sideline and have to take it over practically to the far side. It's going to be very close. The Dallas Cowboys, of course, in this third quarter came out and have maintained ball control. They got the first big break of the football game, an intercepted pass deep in San Francisco territory. They scored on the next play. They've scored again. The measurement shows that the Dallas Cowboys are about 10 inches short of the first down.
That's the end, however, of the third quarter as the gun goes off with the score. Dallas 17, San Francisco 10.
Fourth and final quarter of play about to begin from Kezar Stadium here in San Francisco. The Dallas Cowboys in possession, leading 17-10. Here once again is Bob Reynolds.
Just a matter of inches to go for the first down. They're going to bring the chain over from this side out to make sure they got it in the right place. Morton, the quarterback, Walt Garrison, and Dwayne Thomas are the running backs for Dallas.
Bob, we might mention here as we start this fourth quarter that with the score 17-10, of course, a tie is possible. There will be no tie. That is, this game will continue to sudden death this afternoon. There will be a winner emerging from Kezar Stadium.
Well, set to go now. Second down, just a matter of inches. The ball between the 44 and the 43-yard line. 2 wide receivers. Morton looking over the defense. Grabs the ball, gives it off to Thomas, and Thomas tries to find some running room. He got maybe just enough for the first down. Stan Hyndman was the first man in there to close the hole up. Charlie Kruger, number 70, on the bottom of the pile. Lane 9, number 61, the right guard, trying to open a little hole. Tommy Hart, number 53, gone in there now to replace Stan Hyndman at defensive left end. It's a first down at the 42-yard line. First down and 10. 19 first downs for Dallas. and 11 for San Francisco. First down and 10 for the Cowboys at the 42-yard line of San Francisco. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. One wide receiver. Thomas is in the slot to the right, just outside, and in motion goes Bobby Hayes to the far side to the left. Now cuts downfield. The ball, however, is handed off on a quick over to Garrison, and Garrison gets it down to the 36-yard line, and Roosevelt Taylor makes the stop. Gain of 6, second down and 4 to go. Second and 4 for Dallas at the 36. And that offensive line of the Cowboys of Ralph Neely and Rayfield Wright at the tackles, and Johnny Nyland and Blaine Nye at the guards, with Dave Manders at center, doing the job that they have done all year long in opening the holes for those fine running backs of Garrison and Thomas. Second and 4 at the 36-yard line now. Dallas in possession. They have Hayes put out to the left. Wayne Thomas in the slot to the right. High formation to the backfield. Send Rucker in motion to the right, and back goes Morton. Good protection. The long bomb, intending it for Hayes. Almost intercepted down there at the 3-yard line by Mel Phillips. Mel Phillips almost picking that one off. Number 32 for the San Francisco 49ers, as Morton that time had good protection. Morton 6 out of 20 now for 74 yards. Brings up a third down and 4. Good call, Ray, on short yardage. Second and 4 from the 36, and he goes for the long one.
Yes, it was a good call by Craig Morton. Of course, he got the big break there when Phillips could not handle the interception at the 3-yard line. It gives Dallas new life in San Francisco territory at the 36-yard line.
Third down and 4. 13 minutes and 25 seconds to play. Reggie Rucker goes wide to the left side now. Hayes is in the slot to the left. The I formation. In motion comes Garrison to the right. The quick toss is back to Thomas. Good hole. Gets some fine blocks. Cuts inside the ball. Scrambles away from it. It's recovered by Blaine Nye. And Dallas gets the ball. Stan Heinman was the first man to hit him. The ball popped loose, and Blaine Nye comes up with it. There's a good break for Dallas to recover the ball up the San Francisco 23.
Well, that's what they say, Bob. I guess when you have the momentum and the breaks going with you, that's 2 plays in succession here that Dallas has been able to retain possession. And once again, by setting that man in motion or the flanker, the Dallas Cowboys are setting up the blocking to perfection for the remaining running back.
First and 10. He got 13 yards on the play. The ball at the 23-yard line of the San Francisco 49ers. High formation of the backfield. Hayes to the right. He's the only wide receiver. In motion goes Reggie Rucker. The ball handed off to Garrison. Garrison gets some running room and gets it down to about the 17. And Roosevelt Taylor, along with Charlie Kruger, make the stop.
The sun here has gone beyond the stands so that the playing field now is completely in shadows. The north stands on the far side still have some sunlight, so that should not affect any of the receivers.
Second down and 4 at the 17. That's 201 yards on the ground now for the Cowboys. Morton with the ball, gives it off to Garrison again, cuts back in and gets it to the 16-yard line. Charlie Kruger making the stop after the pickup of just a yard. Pettis Norman coming into the lineup now for Dallas. Tight end. Ball is at the 16, third down and 3. Dallas has both tight ends in there.
Bob, the big play for the Dallas Cowboys in the second half has been the trap. Of course, that's one of the plays that's so effective when you have an aggressive, hard-charging team like San Francisco.
Third down and 3. The ball at the 16-yard line of the San Francisco 49ers. In motion comes Rucker to the right. Hayes is split out to the right. A quick toss out to Dwayne Thomas, and Thomas is hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Good tackle over there by Bruce Taylor, a young rookie from Boston University. And actually he lost a yard back at the 17. So it is 4th down and 4. And Mike Clark, who has a 21-yard field goal, comes in. Dwayne Thomas going over to the sidelines. What a day he's had. 21 for 138 yards. Field goal attempt from the 24-yard line, from the hash mark. Reeves will hold for him. Pass from center. The ball is down. It is up, and it is wide to the right and no good. And the crowd lets out a roar. So the 49ers will take over the ball first and 10 at their own 20. timeout called on the field with the score Dallas 17, San Francisco 10. San Francisco in possession of their own 20, trailing by 7. That could have been a key miss there that time for Clark, and back goes Brodie to throw over here in the flat. And it is caught and out of bounds. Immediately goes Washington at the 27-yard line. Mel Renfro forcing him out there, a gain of 7, second down and 3.
That's a maneuver by young Mr. Washington that we're going to have to watch, Bob, because he may be toying with Mr. Renfro, who is guarding a man-for-man on that play, running that curl out or bench pattern, and the next time he could be going down on the fly.
Forrest Blue on over the ball for the 49ers, second down and 3. They have the ball at their own 27-yard line. Washington is in the slot to the right. Ball is handed off this time to Willard, and Willard over right tackle gets it to the 30, gain of about 3. Will be close to the first down. Andre and Leroy Jordan are the men who make the tackle. And it is a first down for the 49ers. And the Seagulls finally make their appearance here, Ray. We've been wondering where they've been.
Reminds me of an interesting story I read in one of the local papers yesterday, that usually Kezar Stadium at this time of the year is reserved for the Seagulls, and after 25 years, the 49ers have finally made it.
And they're playing their final game here at Kezar today. They move to Candlestick next year. First and 10 for them at their own 30. Brodie with the ball. Back he goes. Pretty good protection this time out here, and it's caught by Witcher, and out of bounds he goes. Mel Renfro forces him out there at the 43. Another first down and 13 yards, and the 49ers are moving.
And you just have to like not only the moves of young Dick Witcher, but the hands. This guy can really go up, and he can really hang on to that football.
13 out of 28 for Brodie now for 195 yards. He's got him moving right now. First down and 10 at his own 43-yard line. 2 wide receivers. Washington to the left, Witcher to the right. The crowd quiets down as Brodie grabs, fakes, and drops back. The rush is on. Throws a little one out there. No good at the feet of the intended receiver, Doug Cunningham, at the 37-yard line. San Francisco back in the huddle now. They have it second down and 10. They're at their own 43-yard line. We have 9 minutes and 49 seconds of playing time remaining. 17-10, Dallas. Brodie looking over the defense. Washington is wide to the right, Witcher to the left, and back goes Brodie again. Out in the flat in Washington. Washington has got it at the 48-yard line of Dallas, and Adderley grabs him there and brings him down inside the 45 to the 44. Hang on to your hat. 13 yards on that one. And Brodie has got this crowd really wild now. The defender that time, Adderley, gave Washington plenty of room. He didn't want him to get behind him. He gave him the short one, but it was not short enough. And a first down at the Dallas 44-yard line. 14 out of 30 for 208 yards for Brodie now. First down and 10 for the 49ers at the 44-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys. Brodie again has the 2 wide receivers. On the far side, it's Washington. He fakes, however, and goes back to throw. Rushes on the long bomb for Witcher. Witcher cannot make the catch. A great defensive play by Mel Renfro. I don't know. This is 31 football games for me, Ray, during this season. I don't know whether I can stand any more of these. You almost had them beat.
Yeah, that was a great play, really, and Witcher ran a fine pattern. You saw that football in the air. It was thrown like a bullet. The nose of it started to come down, really much like, I guess, sort of a comet would, and suddenly there was Renfro doing a great job defensively, knocking that pass away.
Come the 49ers, second down at 10. The ball at the 44-yard line of Dallas. Washington is wide to the left. Witcher split out a little bit to the right. Brodie looking over the defense. Grabs the ball on the draw play. Gives it off this time to Willard, and Willard gets inside the 40 with it to the 39-yard line. Ken Willard, and it is Chuck Howley at the 39-yard line.
I think on that play, John Brodie outguessed the Dallas Cowboys. They changed their defense at the last moment as Brodie was audibling off, and Brodie audibled right into the right play as the Cowboys moved out of their regular 4-3 alignment.
Clock continues to run, 8:26 remaining. Third down and 5, and what a big third down play here for the 49ers at the 39-yard line of Dallas. Brodie with the ball, and back he goes. Fires it over there in the flat, and it is no good. Good play by Adderley on the intended receiver, Dick Witcher. They're at the 28-yard line on the sidelines. So it brings up a 4th and 5 at the 39-yard line. It brings in Bruce Gossett.
Now, this is good strategy by Nolan. There's still 8 minutes and 13 seconds left to play in the game. This would make it 17-13 if Gossett is able to kick it, and it will come from about the 47-yard line.
You've got a crosswind blowing. You'll kick it from the 46-yard line. Bruce Gossett from the 46. Ball is placed down. It's the 46 or 47, and it's a little short, and it is short and to the outside.
Well, it's defense time now for the 49ers. 8:08 remaining. The 49ers trail by 7 points. Dallas has it at its own 20. And San Francisco cannot afford to give ground here. Morton at quarterback. Garrison and Thomas behind him on first down. Rucker in motion. The give is to Garrison. He fights his way for about 2 yards, no more, to the 22-yard line. Second down, Thomas and Garrison behind Morton. Rucker in motion again to the far side. A quick pitch out to Thomas. He is knocked off his feet. A great play by Mel Phillips, who knocked him down behind the 20-yard line at the 19-yard line. Mel Phillips with a headlong dive to knock Thomas off his feet. Put it at the 19. It's 3rd and 11. Hardman goes in and Phelps comes out. So it's 3rd down and 11 for the Cowboys at their 19. 6 minutes and 58 seconds remaining. 17-10. Dallas leads the 49ers. Hayes comes out to the near side. Rucker goes to the far side. Garrison and Thomas behind Morton. Morton has liked to screen in this spot. Back he goes to pass. He's in trouble. He's hit as he throws, but he completes it to Rucker up at the 40-yard line. Oh, he got a great play by Morton as he got that ball away just in time. And Morton, I believe, is hurt. Hardman got to him, but he just released the ball. Morton is injured, and timeout taken, but it's a first down for Dallas at its 40-yard line.
Boy, he really threaded that ball right through a lot of red shirts for Rucker to come up with that reception, and it was amazing. You couldn't really see anything but red shirts, except all of a sudden the ball went in the air and a white shirt, number 88, came in and just picked the ball off. Real fine play by Greg Morton, and really staying in there under the pressure. And it was Cedric Hardman who was just bearing down on his back, and of course the result is Craig Morton is laying on the field. He is injured. Now seriously, it appears that it might be his rib, his right side, but he's standing up, and maybe it just like to be back here in San Francisco, being from California, University of California. He just wants to make a little play.
Well, that was a big play for the Cowboys as Morton just got rid of that ball before he was crushed by Cedric Hardman. Morton is going out and Roger Staubach is coming in. Morton is running off the field, so he must not be injured too badly, but he's being taken out as Staubach comes in to direct the attack from the 40. Officials have taken a timeout. 6:29 remaining. And San Francisco has to get that ball back. They can't let Dallas get in field goal position now. Dallas leading by 7 points, 17-10. Staubach at quarterback. Rucker out wide to the near side. Staubach gives to Thomas. Hit by Kruger and thrown for a loss back at the 37. Charlie Kruger comes in to throw him for a 3-yard loss at 2nd and 13. 6 minutes and 5 seconds remaining as the clock continues to run. Morton comes back in at quarterback. 2nd and 13 for the Cowboys at their own 37. Hayes out wide to the near side. Garrison and Thomas and Rucker. Rucker in motion to the far side. Morton hands on the draw to Thomas, finds a hole, goes to the 40, crunches his way to the 43-yard line. It'll be third down. Third down from the 43 of Dallas. And it means that it's 7 yards to go for the first down. 3rd and 7. Cedric Hardman starts to go into the 49er defensive line. Now he does, replacing Belt. 3rd and 7. 5 minutes and 19 seconds left. The clock continues to run. A third down situation again facing Dallas. The 49er defense needs a big play here to get the ball back for the offense with time enough. In this ball game, the 49ers trail by 7, 17 to 10. Out wide to the near side is Rucker. Hayes to the left. Garrison and Thomas behind Morton. Craig, long count. Back to pass he goes. He has time. He throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Incomplete as he threw for the sidelines to Rucker. Good coverage on Rucker, and it is 4th down. Dallas is forced to punt. Ron Woodby will be doing the kicking. Boy, that was a big first down play. They got to the 40-yard line, though, to make a difference of some 20 yards in field position. Bruce Taylor back waiting for this punt from Woodby. He's playing fairly close, is Taylor, at his 25-yard line. Woodby gets the pass in center, gets the kick away, hangs it up there beautifully. Fair catch signaled for by Taylor, makes the catch at the 22 of the 49ers, put it at the 23, and with 4:43 remaining, it's the Cowboys 17, the 49ers 10. Well, here we go. The whole season resting in this final 4 minutes and 43 seconds. The 49ers have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. Brodie has Washington split to the left. Witcher flanked to the right. John is back to pass. Straight back he goes. They rush. He throws. He completes it to Cunningham at the 25-yard line. Only 2 yards gain. Cunningham was hit by the linebacker Chuck Howley as he made the catch. Put it at the 26 and give him 3 yards. It's 2nd down and 7.
The Dallas Cowboys definitely have the advantage here. They know that John has to put the ball in the air, and all they have to do is put the 3-man, which I think they will have, is the 3 big men rushing with 4 linebackers and 4 defensive backs, and all they'll do is just come hard.
2nd down and 7. The 49ers at their own 26. Brodie's back to pass again. He looks. He throws over the middle. Completed to Kwalik. He's up to the 33-yard line. And it will be close to a first down. He didn't wind up with the ball. It was underneath the linebacker, Edwards. But it's at the 33. It'll be 3rd down now and about a yard, I believe. Maybe not even a yard. Let's see. Going to have a measurement or not. I think they have to go. They're going to measure to see if it is a first down. It is short by about 1.5 feet. So it will be 3rd down and short yardage for the 49ers. As they send in Windsor to have a pair of tight ends in there. And they're going to have to try to pick up a foot here. A little better than a foot to get the first down. Brodie to Cunningham. He didn't, I don't think he got it. See how much they give him. He didn't get it. It'll be 4th down. It'll be 4th down, and the 49ers are going to have to go for it with 3:41 remaining. So it's 4th down and about still a little more now than they had before. Almost a yard to go on 4th down. This is a play that's going to mean it all right now. Dallas defense jammed up in there. Brodie looks over that defense, trying to come up with a play that'll do it here. Brodie's going to pass. Throws. He completes it for the first down to Witcher to the 35. Oh, man, I'll tell you. They're really dragging it out as Witcher makes the catch at the 35 for the first down. So with 3:05 remaining and the clock moving, the 49ers have a first down at their 35.
Well, that's a big gamble because you know that the defensive back's going to play your receiver very short, and a quick sideline like that, that's a big gamble.
If you don't think Brodie has courage, there was the play that meant everything, and he was willing to throw. Back he goes to pass. He's in trouble. He's hit, and down he goes, fumbles. Did he know? He held on to the ball. Back at the 25. So they got to him back there at the 25. for a loss of 10 yards. Now it will be second down at about 20. Brodie was trying to go deep this time, but the Cowboys got to him. So now it's a second down and almost 20 situation. The ball back at the 26-yard line, 25 and a half. So long yardage. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in the clock run. Brodie back to pass. Here they come again. He looks. He pumps. He throws. It is incomplete. Intended for Qualick, the middle linebacker, Leroy Jordan, there. So it's third down and about 20 yards to go. Qualick over the middle. Here go three deep men in again. They send in two linebackers and another defensive halfback. So the 49ers with long yardage on third down. 2 minutes, 27 seconds remaining. 17 to 10. The Cowboys lead. A long third down play for Brodie. John is back to pass. He steps up. He throws. It is complete to Washington at the 39-yard line. That will be short of a first down by 6 yards. So it will be 4th and 6 for the 49ers at their 38-yard line. 4th and 7. 4th and 7 with 2:15 remaining. And a timeout taken by the 49ers as Brodie comes over to the sidelines to talk to Dick Nolan.
Well, it's very difficult to be able to determine what John is going to do. His pattern this year has not definitely been working the sidelines. He's worked the ball back to the inside, as he did in this last play. It was very difficult to determine what receiver John was trying to hit, Cunningham or Gene Washington, but Gene Washington came up with the ball. They were kind of on a cross pattern with Cunningham coming out of the backfield and standing to the sideline. Washington spread out to the left, coming to the inside. It's very difficult to determine just what Brodie will call, because he's had a great change of pace all year with closing minutes and closing seconds in the half and also at the end of the ball game. But there's one thing for sure, the 49ers have to move the ball all the way into score to tie it up to be able to get into an overtime.
2:15 remaining. The 49ers are going for it on 4th down from their own 38-yard line. 4th and 7. And again, Brodie up against it with a 4th down situation. Washington to the left, Witcher to the right. Brodie is back to pass. They rush. He steps up. He throws. It's dropped. Incomplete. Intended for Willard at the 49-yard line. And it goes incomplete, and Dallas takes over. And Willard is shaken up. So Dallas takes over at the 49ers' 39-yard line with 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. And the fans applaud the 49ers as they come off the field. Dallas has it with 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining at San Francisco's 39. Now, possibility the 49ers can get it back here, but they're going to have to really be stubborn. Rucker in motion. Morton gives to Thomas on a sweep. Blockers out in front of him. Is knocked down, however, as he gets to the 37-yard line. Thomas getting a couple of yards. It will be second down and 8. And the 2-minute warning to the benches. But Dallas has it at the 37. They can get or already are close to field goal range, which could really put it out of the 49ers' reach. So we're ready to go again. Time back in. Second down from the 37. 2nd and 8 for Dallas. Hayes is to the left. Line up in that I formation again. Rucker comes in motion to the near side. Morton gives to Garrison. Finds a hole. Breaks a tackle. Goes to the 30. Is caught by Bruce Taylor from behind at the 19-yard line. So that is just about going to do it. With 1 minute and 50 seconds left, the clock running 1 minute and 45. And the 49ers call for a timeout to stop the clock. But with 1:46 left in Dallas, this close, it looks like Dallas can just hold on to it now.
That was a real fine play, and it was executed real well. And the offensive line and the runners of the Dallas Cowboys certainly they should get the credit for their victory today. If it so happens, there's 1 minute and 46 seconds left, but it's real fine running and very fine offensive blocking by the Dallas Cowboys.
Here's a give to Thomas. Thomas to the 20, the 19, to the 18 possibly.
Thomas.
Stop there, and the 49ers will use up their final timeout. And that's the last timeout the 49ers have with 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Well, regardless, it's been a fabulous season for the 49ers. First trip to the championship, and this has been some year for the 49ers, and certainly with the youth on the ball club, a great future ahead. And I guess that's the only place a future can be, is ahead of you. Never heard of something having a future behind them. Rucker in motion to the near side. Morton hands off to Thomas. Falls down at the 18. It will be third down. Dallas taking all the time in the world. Morton gives off and hit behind the line is Garrison. Moves the ball right in front of the goalpost. The Cowboys are going to let the clock run down as far as they can. Cowboys letting the clock run down to 17 seconds. And there's the whistle, a delay of the game, a 5-yard penalty against the Cowboys. Will move the ball to the 27-yard line. Dallas has taken a timeout. Morton came out on the field and asked for a timeout. And I don't know, maybe the Cowboys are just going to run a fourth down play. That's what they're going to do. Rather than go for the field goal, they're going to run a play because the 49ers cannot stop the clock. They don't have any more timeouts. So instead of going for the field goal, the Cowboys will run the ball and figure that they can use up most of the 17 seconds. The 49er offense is really going to have to be ready to get on the field. The only thing they can do is run out there and throw an incomplete pass to stop the clock. Morton gives to Thomas on a sweep. He is tackled at the 26-yard line, and the 49ers defense races off the field. The offense comes on. 11 seconds. The clock stopped for the teams to change sides. Now the 49ers line up real quickly with 11 seconds left. Brodie calling the play as the clock stops. Starts, I should say. Brodie back to pass. He looks. He throws for Washington, incomplete. That stops the clock with 5 seconds remaining. The penalty flag dropped at the 31, a holding penalty against Dallas. So it's an automatic first down for the 49ers. Up at the 31-yard line. 5 seconds remaining. 5 seconds. The 49ers have no timeout. 17-10. Dallas leads. The ball is at the 31. 49ers come out of the huddle. Brodie. Under the center. Jimmy Thomas is in there. Brodie back to pass. He steps up. He looks. He throws over the middle. He completes it to Windsor. Windsor is tackled at the 40-yard line, and that's the end of the game. As the gun sounds, ending the ball game, and the final score, Dallas, the champion, defeating the 49ers by a score of 17-10. And there's the gun ending the game, and look at the scoreboard shows the Cowboys 17, the 49ers 10. Well, I rather thought that maybe people that had $12 to buy a ticket wouldn't be cuckoo. But apparently there are some wealthy cuckoos, because down there in the west end of the stadium again, they're sticking around to fight, and belting people and baiting the police and the Burns people down there. Then I guess I don't know. I've done some drinking in my time, but it never made me want to fight. San Francisco Police Department is handling the situation down there, and they have always done an excellent job in similar situations, and now they're trying to calm some of the violence in the stadium down there. And here comes some more members of the San Francisco Police Tax Squad here to move into that section and corral the malcontents and the other fans, giving the tax squad a hand as they move in that direction. I'd say that's one job that I'm not exactly sure I'd want to have. This is the last day for Kezar Stadium as far as the 49ers are concerned. Next year it will be at Candlestick Park. Well, the season comes to a close today, and on a rather discordant note for the 49ers, the Dallas Cowboys wind up as champions of the National Conference, 17-10, and will meet Baltimore in the Super Bowl game on January 17th.